will start on the 2nd minute mark. On the 2nd minute, I'll wait for 2 minutes for people to join, then I will start. So if you join, just know that I am waiting for people to join, and then on the 2nd minute mark, I will be starting. But you can tell me how my audio, how my visual is, and I want you to feel very welcomed. I'm glad that you are here. Uh, Thank you for joining. And as we continue, you can always write your comment or your question, whatever you need to ask, you can ask. So I'll wait for 1 more minute and then I will start on the 2nd minute mark. So let's just wait together. If you are joining, I'm waiting for the 2nd minute mark. That is what I usually do so that people can join. Those who got the notifications and those who probably just saw the live starting so that they can have the time to join. So I'm waiting for 2 minutes and then I will start. Yeah, so I'm glad that you are here. Yeah, so let us just wait for anybody who is joining. Yeah, hello, thank you that you are joining. Thank you that you are here. I appreciate you. For those who are joining live now and for those who will see the repeat, all of you, I appreciate you. I love you and thank you that you are here. My name is Mombi Figel Rachel and I am an alignment coach, and what I do is I just inspire, I activate you to come to your authentic version, to manifest abundance in all areas of your life by doing the inner work, which I guide you to do like in a systematic way, but also in a spirit-led prayer way. So that is what I do, and that if it's something you want to do, you can check how I can help you in my website. And today I want to talk about something different that is also part of the inner work, because what I know and what I have realized, and from my own truth and living divinely aligned people who are living a divinely aligned life, they usually use every triggering situation, they use it like to do the mirror work. And let me explain what I mean. If you don't know what is a trigger, because I have had people like asking what is a trigger, it is something that will upset you, like maybe about another person or even a situation. For example, you are in a relationship with somebody and maybe they do something like probably they did not text you as you expected, then you get like an upset. That is like a triggers. Emotionally, you get triggered, you feel something, it is not good. And divinely aligned people, or people who are authentic, people who are in their truest version, they know that is something like they know. A trigger is an opportunity for you to go deeper into yourself, to become more authentic, to grow, to expand. It is like an opportunity being presented for you to spiritually grow. So either you become aware of that trigger. So authentic people, divinely aligned people, they know that when they get a trigger, they are usually aware. Most of the times they get aware. I am upset, I am offended with that. And they don't like fall into that trap of the trigger, like they observe the trigger, and they use that as an opportunity to go deeper into themselves, and they know that is an opportunity that is being provided to them by God to go deeper, to expand themselves, to expand their soul, to cleanse themselves. It is an opportunity. Otherwise, somebody could not trigger you if they did not, if you did not have something in you to be triggered. Are you getting me? A trigger, you'll only be triggered if that trigger is in you. So that is something that people who are authentic, people who are divinely aligned, people who are working on themselves and in their best versions and are willing and are committed, they know it. They know triggers are opportunities for you to grow. So they are always using that as a mirror. So any situation that is triggering you, it is your opportunity for growth. It is your divine opportunity. It is like being handed to you by God, that whatever is coming upward or on top, it is coming to be healed. It is coming like to be released. So when you start to understand that, you will start like to expand, to grow. And anytime like you are not using the trigger, you'll be going round and round and round and round, because you are not getting the lesson that you are supposed to get. You are not healing. You are not coming out of the trigger. You'll just go on loops and loops and loops. So the moment you understand that a trigger is an opportunity for spiritual growth, that is a moment that your life can start to shift. It can start to grow, because this life, it is about your spiritual growth. Because if you don't do your spiritual growth, you will stay in a stagnated place, or in a stagnated life, or in a dimension where you are stagnated. Like you have to do inner work to go in the other dimension, as I have said, to expand your consciousness, to grow, to go higher and higher, coming out of the lower vibration to the higher vibration. You need to do that inner work, and that a trigger is a divine opportunity. So for example, I am going to say how I do this inner work personally, a simple way I found people are doing it. You can Google it, or you can look in YouTube, like mirror work. There are different ways, but this is specifically the one I use if I don't have like the time to go through the belief system. This is a simple way that I use. So for example, somebody triggered you. Let's say that somebody, maybe your partner, maybe your partner, let's say your partner did not like write to you the message, as I was saying, as you expected. So you feel a trigger. So number one, it have 4 steps. So the first step, you become aware of the trigger. Like let's say it is your partner. Let's call them like Mary. Let's say like Mary did not Mary have triggered you, so Mary have upset you. She did not like communicate to you like as you wanted. So that is the first place, identifying the trigger, identifying what that person did. So that is a trigger. You are now aware that you are triggered because of what you did not get from the person. The second step, it will be now you taking that trigger, because that trigger, it is showing something in you and reflecting it back to you. And now you say that I am upset with myself that I did not communicate to myself. Don't ask why. That is just the way it is. The reason you are triggered, it is because that thing is in you. And then the third step you do is that you start asking yourself, where am I not communicating to myself? Where am I not communicating to myself? If you start asking to yourself where you are not communicating to yourself, you are going to know where you are not communicating to yourself. The moment you ask yourself that question, you will realize, probably you will realize that, for example, if I ask sometimes myself that question, I will see that probably I am not open, or I am not allowing myself, my feelings, my emotions, I am not like open to myself about my feelings, so I am not communicating myself in that area. So there is like a communication block in me in that area. And then the fourth step, so do you see that communication, it is reflecting back to me? Like there is an area of you, if for example it is a communication that you were expecting from somebody and it triggered you that you did not receive, it means that there is somewhere in you that you are not communicating to yourself. There is a communication block within you. Then number 4, now you go back inside and now you tell yourself, you try to tell yourself or to ask yourself, seeing yourself probably in that inner child, you know, like a child maybe as a 5-year-old, as a 7-year-old, and you start to see what will you give yourself, or how can you like show yourself, how can you like, what will that like 5 or 7-year-old now need right now to know that it is okay, you know, because that is probably a communication block that you still had even as a child. You know, you got it as a child. So now you probably, that child will tell you, that your inner child probably will tell you they need a hug from you, they need you to tell them you are okay, and you will see that in your imagination you doing to yourself that, you know, or doing to that child, to that inner child, which is still you, that. So whenever you keep on doing that, that block, it will be like healed. At one time, somebody will not, or your partner will not text you as they promised, and that will not trigger you, it will not hurt you, you'll not feel bad about it. So that is how you heal those blocks. That is a simple way of healing those blocks. I am just giving you simple ways because that is one of the simplest ways I think you can use, like to clear blocks, you know, to clear those triggers, to clear those blockages. And the moment you do that, you will see, you will start feeling better. And the more you do it, the more that trigger will not trigger you again. So that is what people who are authentic, people who are in their highest version, people who come to their highest versions, that is something they know. If there is nobody who is telling you, they use their triggers. They know triggers are just mirroring them. They do not blame people that you did to me this, you did to me this. It is you who is causing me to be sad. They use that opportunity to go inside and because they know that is an opportunity presented for them to grow. Whenever you are not triggered anymore by the same trigger which used to trigger you, then you know you have been able like to heal that block. Because whenever you still have something to heal, you will be triggered, you will be upset. So that is what people who are really living in alignment, they know it. That is something that they know it. Triggers are opportunities to grow. And if you are still not aware of your triggers, you need like to take time to meditate more, to do maybe breath work, so that you create space, you know, between your thoughts and your like reactions. Like you need that. So if you are still not recognizing your triggers, if you are not recognizing your triggers, start doing more of like meditation, more of breath work. Because unless you unless you start working on your triggers and being committed to that, it is not easy like to expand your soul, or to expand your light, or to grow, you know, spiritually. Triggers are, I find them like they're the gift, you know. Before you blame somebody that somebody made you feel this, no, it is, that thing is in you. It is in you, because people are just reflections. People are just reflection of what is going on inside of you. So whenever you understand that people are just reflections, like you use that opportunity for you to grow, for you to expand. That is how people who are living in alignment, people who are living in their authentic self, that is how they live, and that is a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle of using triggers as opportunities. So I wanted to bring that to your understanding, to know that doing mirror work, or doing what that is what to me I call mirror work. I know there is what you can look on the mirror, but this is what I mean when I say mirror work. It is one of the easiest you can start doing from now. You can do it anytime, anywhere. You just have to take a few minutes and you do those four steps. Then you will see that you will really release a lot of triggers. You really release a lot of upsets. So, and if you need any help with that, because that is one of the easiest way that you can really clear your triggers, you can check how I can help you. So I say again, you observe, or you feel. Number one, you need the awareness of what have triggered you. If, for example, it is somebody not communicating to you, you identify that, then you turn that back to yourself. You understand that that person is mirroring something in you that you are not communicating with yourself. Then you ask yourself where you are not communicating yourself. You will usually see where you are not communicating with yourself. Then you go back to the inner child and you give them what they need, you know. Maybe it is a hug, maybe it is telling them it is okay, whatever. And whenever you do that, that trigger will go. And if it comes again and you are still triggered, you do it again and again. So your only goal is to realize where you are triggered, who is triggering you. Most of the times it is the people who you are in relationship, they will trigger you, maybe your partner, maybe a situations. There are situations that will trigger you. You are upset because a stranger did that. A stranger did that, so it is the stranger who made you feel that. You know that is you. It is just reflecting something in you. So if the stranger was like looking at you at a weird way, so think yourself, where am I looking myself at that weird way? It is not the stranger who was looking. It is true that you saw the stranger looking at you it was really weird the way they were looking at me. So now you put the trigger back to you and you ask yourself, it is like you point back to finger yourself and you ask yourself, where am I looking at myself in a weird way? If you ask that question, you will find the answer. Then you don't judge yourself. It is not judging. So you just want to heal that trigger. Then you will see that. Then you look at that inner child in you. Because that inner child in you, I believe, there was somewhere like they were being treated like that, or somewhere you will see that person in you that need that is going through that. Then you will ask that inner child, what do you really want? Maybe they just tell me it is okay, just hug me. You do that, you know, in your imagination. And whenever you do that, you will feel like a relief, you will feel good. That trigger will like relieve from you, you know. Then you are healing that trigger. And if it comes again, if another time you see a person like looking weird, looking you in a weird way, you know it is the trigger again. So it was not totally gone. You do it again. Don't get tired. Do it again. At some point, it will not be there. Because if you don't work on that trigger, it will keep on coming and coming. And you know, in this life, we are called, what we are doing, we are learning our lessons. Everybody have their lessons they are learning. There are things that you are supposed like to overcome, because it is the school of earth, you know. We are all in a school. So if you don't do like your inner work, you'll get stuck. You'll just get stuck in a dimension, or in one level, maybe in a third dimension, you know, the lower frequency. So you need to do the inner work if you are called to it. Otherwise, if you don't feel called to it, but if you are watching these kind of things, it is because your soul is ready. It is inviting you. So it is because if you are interested and if your soul is pulling you to this kind of information, it is because you are ready. Otherwise, you could not be pulled. It is, you are being called, you are being invited, you are being invited to expand your soul. So I don't know if there is somebody with a question. Let me read. Hi, Eden, Ifan, hi. So Eden, I did not, okay, yeah, Ifan, yeah. So Ifan, I was just talking of the mirror work. So I hope that you understood. Probably you can listen to the replay and you can try doing it yourself. This is a very easy process. It just needs commitment. And I tell you, people who are living an authentic life, people who are in their highest version, they know triggers. They know how to work with triggers. They know that triggers are mirroring something in them. Like they are not blaming, they are not saying somebody hurt me, my partner hurt me. Before they point the finger, they have that awareness. It is for them, it is for their own good. So that is something simple. That is a way you can start to do the mirror work. And if you need help to do such a thing, if you need guidance, if you need support to do like mirror work, to work on your triggers, people who are triggering you, a relationship that is triggering you, a partner that is triggering you, situations that are triggering you, if you need that kind of support, because I know most of the times when you are going through inner work, you need support. Like you can check how I can help you in one way or another. Like there must be a way that I can help you. Otherwise, you keep like watching these kind of things. They will help you, they will support you. And there is a lot of free material in all over. You can check. But I know it is the energy of support that really helps a lot. So I see you in the next videos, and I wish you a very blessed start of the week wherever you are, uh, the coming week. Yeah, so and thank you for joining, and take care. Bye bye.